A mask is a performance, and it expects you to play along. You must know what your mask needs you to be.
If I remember rightly, this village is known for having magnificent sea grove corals inside the houses of its people. They used them as charms to avoid storms and give thanks for blessings from the sea. They were traders too. The sea is a generous master, but like a king, it can be too generous. They led simple lives here. Now they're all in my castle, grateful for my protection. Once, when I ran away, I was trying my luck shoe shining on the streets. But the poor folk were too poor, and the rich too clean. One day a family passed, all dressed in furs and silks, and beneath the fancy cloaks, mud-soaked shoes. But when I called out to them to offer them a shine, they drubbed me for my trouble and called me insolent. People wear all kinds of masks. A fine sea grove coral, rather wasted in this simple cottage, wouldn't you say? It would look perfect on one of my dozen mantelpieces.
Honor my posture, know thyself.
This is the guardian of the archipelago tower. What's he doing here? He always stood by the entrance, day and night, silently, mockingly. How did he get to this side of the island?
The last one, guardian of my tower, guardian of the archipelago.
Here the people crafted fishing boats, and the legends say even larger vessels to explore beyond the horizon. Legends, of course. These people hardly seem capable of exploration, not without a king. Well, a boat is a useful thing, I suppose, but there's been no wind here in many years. I fear you've wasted your efforts once again. What's that sound? Where is that wind coming from? I've not felt it stir since I don't know when. Truly, the realm is responding to your touch, my apprentice. It draws you to the towers. Perhaps the kingdom senses my great design and urges you forward to find all three ancient fragments. But don't forget, you're in my realm. Yes, I know all about the whispering voices trapped in the towers. I can't stop you hearing them, but perhaps it suits me for Do you hear me, ancient ghosts? My realm! I took this kingdom from you once, and I will do it again. And you, apprentice, do not forget that we have a deal. I will keep it, even if you don't. Learn what you can from them. I will make use of it, one way or another.
I am weakened, and it is too early for you. Meet my siblings. They will help you restore my power.
At least that's an elder's statue in its right condition. How did you learn to do that? To switch masks outside the workshop? You are a quick study indeed. I can tell. I'm going to have to keep my eye on you. The most precious ingredient the swamp has to offer. This fragile lily-crowned flower. It seems that such beauty can only thrive here in this hostile environment. Remind you of any... Another fragment of the ancient master's mask is in that tower. Find it for me. Once we have the 3 ancient master's mask pieces, they will form the base for a new grand royal mask for me. And perhaps one day for you. But tread carefully. Maybe a merciless trap lies somewhere.
Face to face at last. Or near enough. I am Mayo, Mask of the Swamps. Mine is the first secret law of Carnival. Be proud. Love thyself, but do not allow vanity to take root, lest you lose yourself in the masquerade. You have met my sibling, sir, already? Now, imagine being trapped in an old shop with him for longer than you can count as the world moves on outside and the shadows lengthen. In any case, you have seen how the story began. Now, it is time you learned how the beginning came to an end. Get close to me. Take off my mask, and you will discover the truth.
Frustrated with rules and riddles, the boy would run away pockets full, searching for what lay beneath his own mask. But the boy always returned to the shop, to the promise of learning the craft, the power to change and yet not be changed. So, you've returned once again, apprentice, the master would say. Did you find what you were looking for beneath your mask? Are you ready to create masks instead of hiding behind them? But the boy would say nothing. But try as he might, and change as he did, the boy and the old man were masked from each other. Not this year, not the next, as the boy grew up amid the masks and flattering aristocrats flocked to buy the master's wares. The boy struggled at his pace and wondered when he would be allowed to show himself. Until one night, when the boy noticed his master had left the workshop door ajar. And for the first time, the boy decided that he was ready.
You know a little more, but still have to learn to complete your apprenticeship. Go and meet our older sibling Kabalash. His power is restored, and you can finally reach his tower. It's time to introduce yourself to the ritual.
You need to synchronize with our statues. So, you have met the king, or a shadow of him. You are his hands, his eyes in this world. Just as you borrow the bodies of his subjects, so his shadow controls you, drives you forward. But here, you are safe from him. Now, join me. Time is short. Once, this was a simple world, made up of simple cycles and created by ancient magic. A secret place of mindfulness where Maskmaker's visions could blossom, where they could hone their craft on its simple wooden subjects. The realm was passed down from master to apprentice for generations of Maskmakers, until he escaped here, remade it for his own purpose, and called himself the king. It is good to see you, my friend. I am Cabalash, and mine is the third secret law of Carnival. Be open, be tolerant, and defy isolation, lest you lose yourself in the masquerade. Together, we must liberate the king from this world. The only way is for you to heal the realm, complete the apprenticeship, and become the Maskmaker. Let's go deeper inside the mask and prepare you for the grand ritual. A ritual the king has never seen. It is a little early for you, granted, but needs must. Open yourself. Follow my gestures. Become them. You have done it. You are ready to remember deeper. I warn you, they are not happy memories. That is why they burrow so deep. But you must understand before you can face the king. Take off my mask, and you will discover the truth. Until one night, tired of tests, sick of the face in the mirror, the nameless boy found the way to the master's secret workshop. In he crept. He found the hidden blueprints. So, this is what the old man had been hiding. This is what the boy was unready for. Why, he had all the answers already. So many different faces to choose from that the old man had kept all to himself. But most important, he found the master's mask, handed down from maskmaker to maskmaker. He had already seen the old master wearing it in the shop. But how many secrets could one so simple old piece of wood hold? When he saw himself in the workshop's mirror, he was transported. Inside the master's mask, he discovered a whole world full of inspiration. The boy began to explore in secret and to believe he had discovered a power the old master had never found, a freedom he had always been denied. Was this where the boy could finally surpass the master? When the boy finally emerged, the light of dawn peeking through the shutters, the mask seemed different, reflecting the ambition and the desire of a young man who could become so much more than a simple apprentice. You have proven yourself, but you are still an apprentice. There can only be one maskmaker in this realm, and the king is still on his throne. You must face him, and together you must face the truth. The Guardian still stands protecting the tower. Borrow its body, and you can move forward.
Welcome back, young initiate. You have new tools for your journey.
As you venture deeper into the mask realm, the workshop too is returning to life. New mask bases have appeared, and the Maskmaker's paintbrushes are waiting for you on the workbench, so that you can paint with precision.
Young apprentices would spend months and years simply in carving base masks. But clearly, the workshop believes you are ready for more.
Or perhaps the realm has even less time than we thought.
Once we tried to reach the king, to speak through the Guardians to him, but he retreated from us. He broke the bridges. He abandoned his subjects on islands and outcrops and shrank back to his castle. He does not even remember a world where he is not king.
That Guardian has had a long vigil guarding this tower. Borrow its body to move onward. Paint was always my favorite part.
The younger ones always prefer playing with colors, while older crafters find carving more refined.
Oh, we have got to get out of this place.
This is the Dapplemerk. Something is wrong in the groves. I can feel it. I can smell it. But I cannot see it. Perhaps you can find why it grows so twisted. But I doubt it. I have tried many times. Did you see that? That damn bird? It stole the component we need. I should have eradicated them ages ago, if not for the feathers. The red heart nest's deep within the forest. You'll need to find its nest. That's where they keep the stuff they steal. These villagers were especially entwined with their trees. For it is from here that the wood for all of my subjects first came, long ago, when new ones were still made. They traded with the swamp folk, of course, and the treasures of the forest appeared on masks all over the realm. The mask of a wood gatherer, highly skilled, they would go deep into the lower parts of the forests and swamps, seeking only ancient wood that the forest was finished. We're getting to the root of the problem here. This is the beating heart of the parasitic fungus. From here it spread to the swamp, and was reaching its tendrils towards further lands. Finally, we can eradicate it. A bird hunter? Now we're getting somewhere. These would hunt red heart nests for feathers, and sometimes eggs, until the heart of the parasite completely blocked the way. A hunter-gatherer. They climb trees to get the seeds. This is where the tree tappers worked, harvesting sap from the treacle leaf tree. This is precious stuff. Drips slowly and painstakingly for years, like tears of blood.
A joyful mask, one who lived and breathed the forest.
These houses were great lookouts to observe courtship parades from all kind of wild birds. I remember sumptuous swirls of colors everywhere. Unfortunately, there's not much to observe these days. Here in the canopy is where we will find high briar seeds. A song seed from a high briar tree. I remember these were also used for music.
It is not you who creates the mask, but the mask who creates you.
A notice for Carnival, Festival of the Maskmaker's Art. We would be busy for weeks beforehand, my old master and I. He would grumble about the modern masks and his 3 laws, but I saw him once standing in the shop door smiling. The ironbark leaf. It's also used medicinally, but I don't recommend sampling it. They taste like wet flannel.
The patterns are inspired by the courtship plumage of the red heart birds.
Remember, you do not bring the mask to your face. You put yourself into the mask.
It seems the fungal spores each has a different growing cycle. We'll have to act quickly and use all the guardians left around. I can feel it. The disease at the heart of the groves is fading. I feel different. Well done, apprentice. I'm not sure how you did it. How did you do it? Well, I'm sure I would have figured it out sooner or later.
We have reached the nest of the Red Hearts, deep within the forest. Finally, we can retrieve what we came for from that thieving bird.
Now I understand. This is a changeling bug, camouflaged to look like eggshell. The bugs must have stolen her egg right out of the nest. Perhaps she was only stealing from them in turn.
The corruption is receding. The forest could grow proud and tall. Now you have burnt out the parasite of vanity. The realm is healing. A mask? Done alone. Here are the guardians from each of the lands, scattered as all things are.